name is Brian Cantor. I'm a book and audiobook publishing consultant with MyWord Publishing. And today I'd like to talk a little bit about the Amazon Look Inside feature that you can use to help support the marketing efforts for your book. There's ways you can optimize that, and there's some options that you have available for that. So most of you are familiar with this if you've ever been to a book's product page on Amazon. So with the ebook here, this little button underneath here, it says read sample. Sometimes there's a little tag up on top that says look inside. That's where we get that look inside feature name. But anyway, you can just click this read sample, and then a screen comes up that gives you the ability to look, to read ahead into the book. You can choose either the Kindle or paperback version if you've got both of those versions published and available. And they let you get a sample of the book. So people that are browsing and they'd like to take a little closer look, see if they might be interested in it, can get a sample before they decide to buy. So this can be something that's very powerful in helping readers decide to click that buy button. Right. So there's a couple of things that we'd like to talk about in terms of optimizing this. First of all, by the way, I am using one of my clients' books that just released, and as you can see, it's top new release in emergency medicine. It is Ready Left, Ready Right by Dee Finder, and it's a medical and first responder kind of thriller book. I think you'd really enjoy reading that. But anyway, getting back to the look inside feature, we recommend that you minimize the number of things that you put into the front matter of your book. Now, of course, if you're nonfiction, you probably have a table of contents in there. If you're fiction, unless a table of contents is necessary, you probably don't want to include that in the print version of the book. It's required for the ebook, of course. But things like about the author, a note from the author, preface, forwards, those kinds of things, as much as possible, if you can push those to the back of the book, it's really helpful because you don't get to control what shows up in the read ahead sample for your book. Right, when readers push that button, what you'd like them to do is land right on the chapter 1, scene 1, because you spent a lot of time crafting that hook to capture your reader's attention, and you really don't want them to get bogged down in reading stuff about about the author, or a note from an author. This is why I decided to embark on my writing journey and all that kind of stuff. That's wonderful, but again, if that's what pops up when people push that button, they might get bogged down there and then just not be interested in when they finally get down to your reader hook. So anyway, that's the first thing I'd like to mention is, intentionally think about what content you want to put up front so that it optimizes that experience when readers push that read sample. They pop into your paperback, they see the cover, and they start to read down here. Obviously the title page and the copyright and things like that is stuff that you want in there. Dedications are usually fairly short, so that's okay to leave those in there. Usually that's just a few lines on a page. But there you want to get directly into. Now, a prologue obviously is part of the story, so that's fine. But other things that might detract the reader from really getting into your story and getting hooked by your story or your nonfiction book, you want to put those things in the back matter of the book. Next is, people have asked me a lot of times, well, exactly how much content is in there? Now, by default, it is 10% of the ebook or 20% of the paperback book. But there's a way that you can change that. If you want it to be more or you want it to be less, and you have published through KDP, the simple thing is to go to your KDP account. So I'll be here in my own personal KDP account with my books. If you click on the help button there, And then just immediately scroll down to the bottom where it says contact us and click contact us. Well, I thought I was signed in already, but it wants me to do that again. So this is in the contact us section. Right here, you hit this top thing that says Amazon store and product details page. And then if you look down here, it says look inside the book. So what they have is essentially a pre-formatted email that you can send them. You'll just click this button. By the way, a quick note, it does take 7 to 10 business days for this look inside material to appear. So once you publish your book, give it a little bit of time before all the databases catch up with each other and everything updates. And then it should be in there. But if it's been more than 10 business days, 2 weeks since you published your book, and it's still not there, then you want to contact them about that. But if you just want to change the percentage that people have to read, you click on that, send us an email. And then they'll ask, has it been 10 business days? Yes. Have you confirmed your book is in the right format? And yours will be. Yours will be a PDF document that you uploaded for your interior layout. So they'll ask you your ISBN or your ASIN for the book. And then if you'd like to adjust the amount of your book visible in the look inside feature, please tell us the percentage you want to show. And the range here is 10% to 80% for paperbacks, and 10%, and that's in 10% increments. So 10%, 20%, 30%, et cetera. And the range is 5 to 40% for ebooks. And so you just type that in, and there's really no reason to add a file at this point to this particular kind of email, and click that to send a message. And there you have it. Your request will be off. And KDP support is pretty responsive. They'll usually get back to you within a day or two, and say that they have made that change. And then again, it may take a little bit of time for that update to be processed and actually show up in there. But then you can come back later and check it out. Now, I would encourage you not to do 80%, of your paperback. That's basically giving the whole thing away for free. The purpose of this is to give people a preview of what the book is like, maybe get them into the story a little bit, the first maybe chapter or 2 chapters, something like that, so that it'll encourage them to buy your book and read the rest of it. So one other thing I'd like to mention right here, some folks are not aware of this, but you can this feature, this look inside feature, you can take that and either send it as an email or embed it into your own website. And so the way you do that is don't go through your KDP page, just come to your product description page here. And you see this little share button right here. If you click that share button, and then down here where it says embed, if you click that embed button, now this is technically not Amazon Look Inside anymore. This is technically called the Kindle Book Preview. And so what it'll let you do is you can either get a link and just put that link on your website, click this button to get a preview of the book, or embed the HTML code on your website. Just depends on how you manage your website, which one would be the easiest for you to use, either the URL that you can attach to a button or something like that, or a graphic image, or to actually embed that HTML on your site. So, and it's called Live Preview. And I'll show you here what happens when somebody clicks that. You can, if they just click on that, it's going to bring up a web browser for them with this read ahead, or kind of look inside feature open to them. And so then they can scroll through it. And this is the ebook version, obviously. And I'll move my thing over here. This also gives them buttons that will take them to the product description page the product page on Amazon where they'd be able to buy that. So those were just a couple of features about the Look Inside feature and about this Kindle embedded preview kind of function that you can use to help support marketing of your books. I hope you found that helpful. Once again, my name is Brian Cantor with My Word Publishing. I hope you have wonderful success marketing your books.